Previously on HGTV Star.
Show us your brand.
Being innovative and cutting edge is what's going to set me apart from these other designers.
My bedding is not there.
It'll be fine.
It's not going to be fine. It's disgusting.
My vision didn't come through.
Tobin, you're saying this is not really entirely me? That's not a good thing.
Chris, I know I can do so much better.
When your room's done, you have to stand behind it.
The designer who impressed us the most is Brooks.
Tobin, we will not be producing your show.
And tonight,
You're going to turn this space into a one-of-a-kind home.
Awesome! I mean, the guy is just flying, and I'm trying to keep up with him.
let's have a little bit of fun here.
I don't like it. It's
Horrible.
Oh, no! I'm really kind of scared. She needs to get it together here. From the moment I walked into that loft, it was fabulous.
You have a good eye. You sort of left that eye back at home this week.
Either you redeem yourself on this one or you're going home.
I'm gonna be a star.
I'm just so happy to be here right now.
Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm anxious because I know all eyes are going to be on me.
Last week, I was in the bottom, but I'm still here. I want the comeback, and I'm gonna work for it.
Uh-oh. Oh, where are we? We are arriving at this industrial area, so I have no idea what I'm expecting.
All right, team, let's do this.
So we're coming up in the elevator. Then, you see David from looking around into just an amazing empty loft space. Brick, wood, all the lofty stuff that you would expect.
Hi, everybody. Some of the most popular shows on the network focus on untraditional living spaces. And that's why we brought you to this industrial warehouse loft in downtown LA. You're going to turn this space into a one-of-a-kind home.
I've designed probably 300 lofts, maybe 400 in my day. And I'm thinking, this is perfect because I am the loft queen.
It needs to have at least 4 distinct areas: living, eating, sleeping, and working. You'll be dividing into teams, but you all have to work together to keep the design cohesive. You'll have 2 days to complete this challenge. Now also, because this challenge is about reimagining an old space, each of you must buy something vintage and reimagine it in some way. That item is going to be the basis for your first camera challenge.
To be an HGTV star, I have to be a great host and I have to be a great designer. So I know that it's going to come down to the camera challenges in order to win this thing.
All right, you're going to split into 4 teams. Go ahead, team up.
I already got Brooks, baby. I'd love to win this challenge, and I'm thinking team up with Brooks, because the first challenge killed it.
We'll do it.
Perfect.
Can we do our 18 or should I just do that?
Me and you.
All right, so we have Jesse, Boris, and Abby, Kristen, Tyler, Ann and Tiffany, and Jerebiah and Brooks. Your time starts now.
I think we need a story. Like, how many people are living here?
I think it's a young couple.
Maybe he's a musician.
Yeah.
I like that. She's in fashion? Okay.
This is good.
It's like a rock star model couple. We come up with this rock glam client to help keep the space cohesive.
Let's tuck the bedroom away from line of sight.
For privacy.
So essentially here living, and then
Yeah.
office,
Yeah.
den.
We'd like to do the multifunctional den space.
Yeah. We've got living, right, Chris?
We've got bedroom.
Okay.
We're on it.
So you have kitchen and dining is Jesse, it's Boris, and Abby.
The foyer, who's the gray area?
We're gray area because it's gonna flow.
Yeah, because we need to flow the kitchen with the dining. And we have 3 people. Our area is the dining room and the kitchen. In between is a giant foyer. So we really feel like we don't have another choice than to take on the foyer because it's kind of the great divide.
Okay, have you thought about color?
We have a lot of warm tones in here. We need to go into the cooler tones. Blues,
Yes,
purples.
I agree. Cooler tones.
I think we're ready to rock. We're ready to rock and glam.
All All right, so I think we definitely got to go rock and roll, man.
Totally. I'm a drummer. I've been playing since I was 3 years old. I want to take that musical inspiration and actually create from it. So we're going to make this a really cool little jam area for our musician client.
All this stuff could be wrecked, like...
Okay. You know what?
Crashing the guitar.
My strategy coming into this is grab Brooks and ride his coattails, but it's a hurricane of creativity. I mean, the guy is just flying, 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 and I'm trying to keep up with him. I was feeling some sort of gray on this wall. I want a bold statement on that wall. Right when you enter the loft, there's this really great focal wall, and I want to just cover all that up with some galvanized metal. That definitely is going to be a really nice showpiece for me.
Okay, I'll measure you, right?
Yep.
Both Tiffany and I wanted the bedroom space. My first thought is, okay, you know, I had a bedroom last time. Either you redeem yourself on this one or you're going home.
She's in fashion. Let's find fashion forms. What do you think about that?
We're not doing that.
Anna's bossy. She's like, nope, nope. But I'm gonna keep doing what I do as far as my designs go. Do you imagine a bed here, an amazing piece of art there?
Well, yes, or I'm imagining this bed itself is phenomenal. Tiffany and I's plan is the bed is our statement piece. Our clients rock glam, but we want this space to be sophisticated.
This is a big space.
It is. I don't want to work with Chris. Her room was my least favorite in the prior challenge. So I'm thinking, am I going to have to babysit? But I mean, there's so much space here. We could do a sectional and chairs. We could do some type of a console piece. The clients, they're both in the entertainment business. They probably would enjoy a space that's comfortable and cozy, but still hip in case some of their other friends come over from Hollywood.
I have to do really good this week.
Well, you're going to do real good. You're with me, sweetie. The oldest and the youngest.
Oh my God, Daddy, can I call you Poppy?
You can call me whatever you want. Just call me Winner.
There you go.
Okay, so who wants to take on the kitchen? Okay, do the kitchen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I see you dining in Euphoria because with the last challenge, you were so good at creating an inviting, welcoming space, and that's what you see when you first walk in. Since we have a group of 3 in the largest space, we all agreed to ration them off into 3 rooms and each take responsibility for 1.
Are you excited about the kitchen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can do this. I am very experienced styling in a kitchen. I have done it a lot. I've got to add a little rock and I've got to add a little glam.
The foyer will be the first thing the panel sees. I want to incorporate a beautiful big rug, a grand entryway rounded table. You know, sometimes where you have like a beautiful like entryway, like round table, gorge, big floral. Here's my rug chandelier. So this is a major, beautiful, elegant moment right when you walk in.
Yeah.
This is the dining room right here.
I almost want to do a built-in banquette along this entire wall.
Yeah.
I know I want to build a large banquette, but we need to just keep it simple because I know how much we need to get done. We have actually quite a bit of walls to paint. We totally bit off the most, but it's okay. We're 3 people. We should bite off the most.
We've got our work cut out for us, and I think we bit off more than we could chew. And if we don't pull this all together, we will be in danger of going home.
Coming up.
It might look cheap.
It doesn't look cheap.
I'm feeling a little bit abandoned.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I know.
Come on, guys.
One of the requirements for this week's challenge is to find a vintage item, repurpose it, and use it in our camera challenge.
So while we're in the store, it is a bit frantic, but everyone actually is finding piece after piece.
I'm gonna get this stool.
Cigarettes.
Rock and roll, glam.
And not just for the camera challenge, but vintage pieces for the entire space.
This looks perfect.
This is fabulous.
Headboard. Yeah. Head freaking board, baby.
We could do that. Could even hang it like this. So I spot a hood, and I'm gonna make it into a piece of funky art. This is fantastic.
The hood, I was like, okay. It was awful. But this is an individual competition, so I gotta let him do it.
I like safety deposit box for Spice Rack. So I have fabulous things, but I still need more. And Abby wants to go shopping with me, but I just told her to go home and paint because I would prefer to shop by myself.
Hasta luego.
We all have a ton of shopping to do, but large and in charge, Jesse wants to send me back to the loft. I'm not sure why it is me necessarily he's going back, but if we're gonna get it all done, we're gonna have to trust each other. So I just want them to bring me back something I'm gonna love. Are you painting?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I got a lot of painting to do today. I get back to the house and begin laboring. All right, I need to get rolling in the literal sense.
Space knowing I couldn't transform the cabinets because we only have 2 short days to complete this challenge. I'm trying to pull in the colors of our teal and our black and our white. All I can do is jazz up the kitchen a little bit with all kinds of fun accessories. I feel like this is a huge opportunity for me to wow the panel with my styling. All right, guys, we gotta hustle, hustle, hustle. Hi. I love that color. That is cool.
So cool.
Oh, I love it.
I get back to the space after shopping, and I feel like Abby was a paint ninja.
So we're styling up the kitchen with all my fun treats I got. And this is a rock glam couple. When they're home, they like to entertain, so we can have a little bit more fun and be a little bit more playful with them.
We got a ton of walls to paint, and I'm going to need help. Forrest, once you get set up, maybe grab an extra roller.
Okay,
Fantastic.
cool. You know what, Jesse and I are going to check out Tooltown just so we know where it is.
But they seem completely preoccupied with other things, so I guess it's back to working on my own. And I'm feeling a little bit abandoned. It just is taking a long time. These walls are really tall.
This truly might work. I am trying to make a floor lamp with a camera. I want to take the light bulb and put it through the camera because it shows that I can transform items into something completely different. That's what you're looking for when you're looking for the next HGTV star, someone that can really think outside the box.
Jeremiah and I were dancing and drumming out, and we're having fun.
Dude, awesome, yeah.
But now I need to try to stay focused because I want to make sure that we're on the same page about the vision of the space. On the desk, we could get a coffee cup, like stained old coffee in it and cold coffee. Whiskey glasses, maybe like
Man, this guy is like
pins.
really dirty. He's telling me about whiskey bottles, and it just seems a little messy. So I'm trying to reel it all in and make sure that we have a clean aesthetic, even though it's rock. I think everybody else's aesthetic in this whole vibe is classy.
Right.
I know that Abby has been busting her tail painting the foyer, but at the end of the day, this is an individual competition. And I have to get my vintage piece repurposed right away because I know we are gonna have to use it for our camera challenges. So that's priority number 1. These are safety deposit boxes that I picked up at the thrift store, and I'm going to mount them on plywood and paint them funky colors and turn them into a spice rack for the kitchen. It is a perfect snapshot of my style and my taste, and it's gonna be fun and glamorous.
Oh, I love this headboard. The vintage piece, which is the outdoor sign, is my twist. So I decide to go ahead and paint it to kind of add that glam in there.
Are we really gonna paint it?
I'm gonna paint it.
You're confident about that?
Yes.
If you're gonna paint an antique, you gotta make it look better than it already did. And it looked good to start with. However, I'm just gonna lead her into the right direction and let her make the final choice.
My first instinct was not to paint it.
If I don't paint the thing, they're gonna say, oh, you should have gave it a little bit of Tiffany flair. It's the end of day 1, and that headboard going up is a huge concern for me. But Anne is really confident we shouldn't change the color. I'm just going through everything and second-guessing myself, and that is the devil.
Coming up.
Oh, no! I'm really kind of scared. I'm so sick of talking about the damn paint colors.
Let's do this. I tape, you paint.
Day 2 of this challenge, and I damn near was up all night thinking about the headboard. And I decided I'm not gonna paint it over. That little thing went off in me. Hey, you know, I know what I'm talking about. I appreciate Ann's input, but I had to just figure this thing out on my own.
I'm outside to work on the hood. It's like, let's have a little bit of fun here.
What do you have going on in here?
I'm kicking the crap out of it. You like it?
I'm not really in love with it, but he needs to put his name on it. So if it comes down to the hood, I'm not taking the fall on it. All right, that's yours.
Okay.
So I had this idea to do some building on this focal wall with some corrugated metal and make that look finished but vintage.
So we'll be working with you today?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I meet my carpenter and we're gonna get down to business. I wanna show the panel that I got the design skills, but I also got construction skills and I'm gonna deliver.
Come on over here, you guys.
Hey!
I'm totally excited to see David. He's been there, done that, years of experience. You might want to listen to him.
So what's your overall theme and who's your client?
It's a couple in their early 30s. He's a rocker.
You have your imaginary client, but your client also is the HGTV audience.
Yeah.
If they're inspired by something that they can do at home, that's when they start connecting with you guys. Now, my only concerns for me is the color choice here so far. Who picked these colors?
All of us decided to kind of go with a cooler jewel tone palette.
Everyone loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these colors right now are a little juvenile.
Oh my God, oh my God. I'm so tired of paint. It's like ruining my life.
All right, you guys, before I leave, it's time for your first camera challenge.
I'm kind of freaking out because I've never been in front of a camera before in my life. This competition is design and hosting your own show. You really can have no weak link.
Today, you'll be showing how you're taking your vintage item and repurposing that, and you'll have 45 seconds. Good luck.
I'm up first for the camera challenge.
Ready for it?
Yeah. I'm kind of trying to get my thoughts together, but you can't help but be nervous.
45 seconds to get all your information. Lots of energy. Action.
Hey, how's it going? This is from an old Beetle. I'm not really sure what year. The good history of it really makes it interesting and probably one of the most iconic automobiles ever made. Okay.
Your energy was fun, but you didn't tell the viewer a darn thing except the history of mugs. I mean, the first 30 seconds, you're all shtick.
Boy, did I learn a lesson today. Next time, if there is a next time, prepare. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Look at this beauty. Well, she's not a beauty yet, but I'm going to turn her into a phenomenal nightstand. I chose this table because it's got storage, and I think it's so important to have storage next to your bed.
You were very authentic. I thought it was very nice.
Whew, I was like, hallelujah. I nailed it. That's such a relief. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This used to be a store sign. Basically what we're gonna have are two wall-mounted, beautiful Art Deco wall sconces.
I plan on taking the wheels off, doing a sexy coat of high-gloss black paint while maintaining the integrity and character of the inside.
I want to take this surface and make it a whole lot softer with this great white quilted fabric that I found.
A little low energy. Your time starts now.
Right now, I'm in need of a floor lamp, and I spotted this vintage camera. All you need is a light kit, pass the cable through the opening of the lens. Then you plug it into the wall, and there you have it.
This is something that is new and fresh. I've never seen a light fixture made out of an old camera. Keep that personality going. See the smile? It's perfect.
Okay. Custom DIY headboards are all the rage now. With these custom headboard pieces, think outside your creative box.
I'm gonna flip them up on their side, mount them to the wall. Now you know that this is a sizzling couple, and they can store their spices in it.
Well, it's our first camera challenge, so I'm really, 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 really nervous.
Action.
We've got a rock and glam theme going on in our vintage loft, so we need something to really give it a kick. And so I've got this vintage record player, which is going to go perfect in our music studio.
What'd you think?
Woo!
freaking nervous, man. That's so stressful. I just blew that one. And I know this camera challenge could send me home, and it doesn't feel good at all.
Teach the HGTV audience like you would teach your students.
Dude, I'm super shaking. Ah, damn it.
See you later.
All right, thanks. All right. Shake it off.
When David came in to discuss the progress, he actually uses the word juvenile to describe our color palette. This is a nightmare. Where it gets juvenile for me is when I see the turquoise against the purple.
Yes,
Right.
I agree with
Okay,
that.
I agree with you
So
too.
why don't we start with painting that wall black?
Yes.
We decide to immediately make some adjustments to this color.
So the banquet is really the #1 thing. I'm probably gonna do that when I get back from the shopping trip because we need furniture.
Oh my gosh, we have to have furniture. After making a shopping list for Boris of everything I need for my space, I'm gonna go knock out the paint. I'll start painting that.
Okay.
Okay.
Immediately. This means I'm gonna spend all of day 2 painting. I just feel like I should be doing something else at this point, but it's gonna be better for everyone if I can just get this done.
I have this idea of using a cigarette machine for a cocktail table. And then this is what we're hoping we could build. There's like a hole in the bottom of the cigarette machine. So I'm making a small piece that would envelope over that to actually set a drink on. This idea is just cool. I'm sorry. It just is.
After last week, I have something to prove about bedding, so immediately I'm on linens. I'm looking for something a little higher end looking. The big idea for the bedding is really posh and sophisticated, and it's gonna be perfect. Got it.
I love it. Because we need something giant. Abby's vision for the foyer is grand. So I find this amazing giant plush rug.
Dude, that's so big.
Yeah. I know, but it's such a big foyer. I loved it so much. I even got another one for the dining room. Maybe I'll do a turquoise in my space.
All right, we're cruising now.
Go, girl. Abby's sewing my drapes because I have to paint my countertop and I have to mount the spice rack.
This is mission impossible for me. Nothing is in my space. It's being horribly neglected, and I'm running out of time. Eleanor Roosevelt said a quote about something like, if you know how to sew, don't tell anyone.
So what I really wanted was something in the ceiling to come down and give a little bit more intimacy to the jam session space. So I was just loving the black cables that you use for guitars, and it just has that rock and roll feel. So I decided I'll string them in the ceiling, like my hair kind of upside down as a chandelier, this way, right? So I'm hanging 500 feet of rubber into the chandelier, and then I'm draping individual light bulbs. This is like really a lot of work hanging cables, although easy, but you want to make sure that it's full and doesn't have empty holes.
It's really neat just seeing Brooks's process. I mean, a chandelier looks so punk rock. I realize that we're really good collaborators. I mean, I'm the pepper and he's the salt.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see this. Oh,
Okay.
it's horrible. It doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't know what he was thinking. I just feel like it might look cheap.
It doesn't look cheap. It's my hood.
And honestly, I really kind of don't care.
Who signed you like that?
I get back to the loft and start painting the banquette. One more side. My vision in the dining room really comes from my architectural background. The banquette is the perfect thing to do to make a beautiful statement in the room. Now I'm just focused on making it all happen by the time is called.
I go around the corner and I see the headboard is finally on the wall. It's amazing. And I ultimately decide to light it instead of painting like I originally wanted to do.
I saw lights. What happened? Where'd they go?
There they are.
There they are.
Everybody's just really trying to get as much done as possible. Abby is sewing. I'm upholstering the back of my banquette. You know, we're scrambling.
Well, I haven't hemmed the sides. My first panel is beautifully complete, and I turn around and lay it on the bar behind me.
Oh, no, guys. Freshly painted.
Holy
moly.
Unknown to me, Jesse has just painted the entire bar white, and now all of my black panels are covered in white, messy paint. Oh, no! I still have to move all the furniture into my room. I've just got all this stuff, and I'm really kind of scared. All of my black panels are covered in white, messy paint. It went from my one little triumph to this, oh no, moment.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Abby seems very fragile to me. She needs to get it together here because she is going to slow down the group.
30 minutes and I can have these freaking drinks done. I'm a little bit frustrated with my team at this point. Since I'm the one physically doing the work, I just don't feel good about it.
All right, designers, 30 minutes.
30 minutes! A ticket here. I have to come up with some styling that will show my point of view. I've done hundreds of lofts, and I want the panel to see that my eye is sophisticated, it's luxurious, and I know what I'm doing here.
We head out to the One Kings Lane pop-up boutique. It's right here. Immediately we spot purple stools that is a really bright color and it works perfect. I'll grab one.
Time is about to be called, and I'm, for the first time, even arranging my furniture. And what is happening in my space?
Oh, dude! Chris, that's so sick.
I am absolutely loving my lamp.
Great job.
I should win this challenge, honestly, just because of that.
Who threw their water bottle in here?
All right, designers, time is up. Head on home, and the panel will see you at evaluation. What's going on, Sabrina, Vern, and Jen? Hi. The designers have had 2 days to transform this industrial loft. Do you guys want to see it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's check out the foyer. So this is Abby's space.
I feel like I have dedicated the majority of all of my time to painting and not getting to the rest of my design. The visions that I had in the very beginning did not become a reality.
It feels kind of empty, kind of very separate from everything else I can see.
What about the color palette? I mean, fuchsia purple and turquoise is quite a heavy hit.
It doesn't work, and I really wish that they would have taken this incredible rug and kind of used it as a jumping off point for the rest of the space, because it could have been so rich.
This is the dining room done by Oris.
Looking at the amount of sheer sweat, blood, and tears that went into this glam rock style, I think it turned out very, very beautiful.
I definitely give a shout out to the boldness, but when you go bold, you better be good.
This is the kitchen done by Jesse.
Kitchen is going to be the shining star. I have styled my room so there's rock glam all throughout the space.
I really appreciate the fact that she didn't go for the obvious kitchen accessories. Part of it is unexpected.
But she was supposed to style this room. All the cabinets here are bare.
Yeah.
And I love me some cabana stripes, but they just do not work in this space.
All right, so this is the bedroom done by Tiffany and Ann.
I love these side tables on either side of the bed.
Ann is responsible for the bed.
Anne redeemed herself with sheets this week.
Exactly.
I do feel that our space conveys the rock glam. It's edgy, however, it's very sophisticated.
I also love what Tiffany did with the headboard, but I don't love these blue lights peeking out behind this sign.
This is the den and music area done by Brooks and Jeremiah.
Brooks and I think we did a really good job with integrating his vintage flair, my clean aesthetic.
There's so much good in this space. It's telling a story. That light fixture is phenomenal.
How about the corrugated metal?
It was all Jeremiah.
He did a great job.
All right, so this is the living room done by Chris and Tyler.
I believe that the panel will enjoy our room because it's a great blend of vintage and new.
I think there are a lot of things working for this space, and then there are equal as many that aren't working. I love this camera that's been turned into a lamp.
That was done by Chris.
To me, this is the most successful repurposing that I've seen.
However, the wall decor is just like a bunch of garbage put up on the wall.
Tyler did the car hood. He also did the cigarette machine coffee table.
That's so great.
What a whirlwind. There was nothing I did that was so amazing or outside of the box. I did a lot of freaking hard labor. This is the first moment that I think I could very likely go home. Bye-bye, baby.
It just hit me. Like, we're 9. Tomorrow we're gonna be 8.
Hi, guys. So, we have news for you. Chris, Tyler, you are safe this week. Chris, your repurposed piece was one of our favorite items.
Thank you.
Well done. Tyler, unfortunately, your car hood was one of our least favorites.
Oh,
It was a pretty big disappointment. But the positive aspects of your design far outweighed the negatives. So, this means the rest of you will be coming to evaluation, and I will see you there shortly. Bye-bye.
We hated it, but you're safe.
They left my floor now. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good luck. Thanks. Definitely.
Yep. Thanks a lot. See you guys.
Hello, designers. We were very impressed by what some of you accomplished in the Loft Challenge this week.
And we were also pleased to see how some of you did in your very first camera challenge. We'll be looking at some of the highlights of these camera challenges tonight.
All right, for the camera challenge, we asked you to show us how you were going to adapt a vintage or secondhand item and then incorporate it into your space.
All right, Tiffany, let's take a look at the highlights of your camera challenge.
Custom DIY headboards are all the rage now. I took an outdoor sign, and what I plan on doing it is remixing the thing with backlights. Think outside your creative box. Stay fabulous, y'all.
Sign off.
The general energy about you is definitely infectious, but I think information-wise, it was a bit vague.
Okay.
So, Anne, let's look at some highlights of your camera challenge.
Hi, everyone. Look at this beauty. Well, she's not a beauty yet, but I'm going to turn her into a phenomenal nightstand. What I've decided to do to make it kind of glammy is paint it with some black and white high gloss paint. Now, what's important when you're using high gloss is to smooth out all the nooks and crannies. If I can do it, you can do it. Give it a try at home.
I think you were so comfortable, casual. For your first time on camera, you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's move on to the main challenge. You both worked on the bedroom area.
Tiffany, I really love the fact that you did not paint that headboard. It was beautiful in the room, but I didn't love the rope lighting inside the piece.
And what would you say were your big moments?
Well, definitely the bed. I had something to prove from last week.
We figured, yeah. Coming from the bottom last week where the bed wasn't even made, and this week showing us the bed in all its glory, I think was a big improvement.
And then I really am proud of my nightstand.
I agree. I think it looked really beautiful.
Everything felt really layered. You know, it felt rich and it felt really appropriate in a loft.
Thank you.
Brooks, we'd like to discuss your camera challenge.
All right.
Here are some highlights.
So we've got a rocking glam theme going on in our vintage loft. And there's nothing simpler and easier than transforming a piece of furniture with a quick coat of paint. And that's how you turn heritage vintage into heritage rock.
I was super nervous.
Well, I think it shows. You are so secure with your point of view as a designer. That same confidence needs to be brought to the camera challenge.
Jerebai, let's have a look at your camera challenge.
Hey there, I'm Jerebai. So I was shopping the other day and I found this awesome stool. What's not so awesome about it is that the surface is gonna hurt your butt after about 5 minutes of sitting on it. I want to take this surface and make it a whole lot softer with this great white quilted fabric that I found.
You're very watchable. I would feel like the energy in general needs to come up a lot.
Okay. All right, Brooks and Jerebai. The two of you had the den/work area.
Jerebai, let's talk about that galvanized metal wall. I think the texture really worked and definitely defined a space within a space, which is what loft living is all about.
Brooks, I loved that light fixture. I think it was fabulous.
You guys overall had some really strong ideas. Awesome, good job.
Abby, Boris, and Jesse, you're up. Let's go room by room. So foyer is the first room that we see when we come out of the elevator.
I kind of decided on the layout of the space and the elements that we wanted. And then I took the paint, started painting. You know, they both hit the stores and got our stuff.
But you never went shopping?
No.
So while they were shopping, you were painting. So does that mean that you picked out all the paint colors?
We collaborated on that, but I stand behind those intense colors.
What's so frustrating about this, Abby, is that we know you have the talent. You have a good eye. And I felt like you sort of left that eye back at home this week. Let's move on to the kitchen. Jesse, you took these old security deposit boxes and decided to utilize them for spice racks. I think that painting them gold made them look a little less expensive.
Okay.
The kitchen is just this fantastic opportunity to go nuts with accessories. And I felt like there were moments where you did in good ways, and then there were moments where you did and it was just too much.
What happened to the bottom of the cabinets? They were completely bare. I just wish I would have seen some sort of dishes, maybe underneath there, pops of color.
I think where things started to get lost for me were when we started to layer those placemats with turquoise. It felt more like an older woman from a different era who definitely would not be living in a loft.
Okay. Boris, you are responsible for the dining room area. I like the idea of the banquette, but I think the fabric that you chose cheapened that entire look. I loved the area rug. That's pretty much where it stopped with me, though. I was just disappointed in the space.
I wished for more.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse, Boris, and Abby.
Okay, everyone, please go hang out in the Designer's Lounge, and we're going to discuss who's going to be our winner and, unfortunately, who's going to be going home this week.
I wish, in retrospect, I wish that the only paint colors had just been black and white.
Let's stop talking about the damn paint colors. I'm so sick of talking about the damn paint colors.
This is a really hard one this week. Let's talk about the bedroom first.
Anne did a great job. The bed was fabulous.
I think she really achieved what she set out to do.
I love Tiffany's headboard, but I didn't think it was the most practical thing in the whole world.
Okay, so let's move over to the music room by Brooks and Jerebai.
I thought Brooks turned in some really great ideas. He has a high level of taste, a lot of originality.
Okay, Jerebai, he has such a masculine style, which you could really see throughout the space. So moving on to the trio, Boris, Abby, and Jesse, who attacked the dining room, foyer, and kitchen.
Well, you know, with the foyer, I thought Abby did a great job laying it out. Should she have trusted everybody to pick her things? No.
Moving on to Jesse.
The kitchen was a pretty easy space because 99% of that exercise was about buying things and then inserting them.
Some of those base ideas were great, but beyond that, I had a little bit of a struggle. Last but not least, the dining room.
The only piece that I liked was the rug. Other than that, it was a mess to me.
There was not a lot of connective tissue to either any other space within the loft nor to itself.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I know. The waiting game kills me.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, let's bring them back in.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. We've had some time to discuss all of your spaces. And we feel the person who had the strongest combination of design and a camera challenge was Anne. Congratulations, Anne. You'll be moving forward in the competition.
And that means that your design partner, Tiffany, is also safe.
Also moving forward is Brooks.
And Jeremiah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That leaves Jesse, Boris, and Abby. Boris.
Yes.
You are safe.
The safe designers may now leave the evaluation room. Congratulations. Jesse and Abby, one of you will unfortunately have to leave us tonight.
Abby, you are safe. Unfortunately, that means, Jesse, we will not be producing your show. I'm so sorry.
We wish you the best with everything.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm a small town girl, and I've always had larger aspirations than myself.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
I'm going home.
I mean, I'm not an HGTV star, I never will be, but that's okay.
So I will miss you guys very much.
I'm really proud of myself. It took a lot for me to get here, and I accomplished that, and that's a lot more than a lot of people could say.
Love
See you on your show. Thank you.
I was so sure that I was going to be sent home. I mean, I feel like I used my get-out-of-jail-free card. I don't feel so safe anymore.
That was a close one.
Next time on HGTV Star.
This week, you'll be working with real clients.
The winner is going to be featured in HGTV magazine.
Right, yeah.
I know I'm not in the part of my brain that's really creative.
Can I say brain fart? That was a really bad mistake.
I'm not sure that Jeremiah and I are on the same page. I'm panicked.
Probably the best stripe I've ever seen.
Watch it a little bit with the delivery.
Borderline creepy.
We don't want that.
This is like the Olympics for interior design.